Yeah, man!
Hello, my name is Miguel, and today I'm gonna make for you shrimps pumpkin curry stew. Visit JamaicanDinners.com for the recipe. I'm using half pound of raw shrimps, about half cup diced pumpkin, 2 tablespoons of curry powder, stalk of scallion, 4 between 6 garlic cloves, half-inch piece ginger, medium-sized onion, half scotch bonnet pepper, optional, spring of thyme, half teaspoon dried pimento berries, a tablespoon of salt, I use sea salt, a tablespoon of distilled white vinegar, half quarter cup cooking oil, I use coconut oil, tablespoon of dried basil, tablespoon of dried parsley. You can use any of these herbs fresh. 2 cups of water. We're going to start gathering all our ingredients, vegetables, spices, herbs, and so forth. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to start with the onion. What I like to do is cut it in half. That way it's easier to handle. Then remove the brown leaf. First layer of the onion is the strongest. If you can save it, that's best. Scallion. If you just use your fingers and rip off the dying leaves, they come off easy. Now, use a knife and cut off ends. The root end and the tip of the leaf that's dying. Peel garlic, cut ends, trim spoilage. We're using 4 between 6 garlic cloves for this shrimps pumpkin curry stew. All we need is half-inch piece ginger. Just trim off, the bad pieces, but if you can keep the skin, it has minerals. So wash the skin properly. The ginger's skin properly. Alright, spring of thyme. Now add some water to a bowl, enough water. Drizzle several drops of distilled white vinegar in the water. Wash off the garlic first. Onion need not wash. Wash the thyme. And you use your fingers and rub the scallion's leaf and wash it properly. Wash the pepper and the ginger. Remember, keep the skin on. Give our vegetables a final rinse. Alright, it's best if you do this part under fresh running water. This is just for demonstration purpose. Except for the bowl and the vinegar water. Now, dice scallion fine. Do as you see me doing. Prepare vegetables for cooking. Slice onion. They're about 1/8 or 1/8 of an inch. If you can get it to 1/16, it's fine. Keep vegetables separate. Piece ginger. Save a whole piece garlic. We're going to use it to burn curry. Now, grind garlic to puree or pulp. Gather all your ingredients in one place. Today I'm using this plate. It's just placed ½ teaspoon of dried pimento berries. Now I'm measuring and adding a tablespoon of dried parsley. You can use any of these herbs fresh. Chop it fine though. Now I'm adding a tablespoon of basil. Keep ingredients separate. Measure and add a tablespoon of salt. I use sea salt. Now after cutting all of my vegetables, now I feel safe cutting the pepper. Because I'm not going to cut anything else. Alright, so this is our vegetables. We're going to add the curry while cooking. For this recipe, we're not going to use plenty pumpkin. We're going to use about 1/4 cup, between ½ cup of diced pumpkin. Dice it and then measure it after. Do as you see me doing. Remove the inside of the pumpkin. Pumpkin is very difficult to cut and peel. So what I like to do is cut it in manageable pieces. So just cut like maybe a length, whatever length it is. I just cut about a 3-inch length. Then I cut out the inside, and then it's easier to peel that way. So you want to remove the seeds and clean out the insides, the inside of the pumpkin properly. Now do as you see me doing and cut it in manageable pieces. That way it's easier to peel. Just be careful. You're dealing with a sharp knife, and the pumpkin difficult at times. See? So you just slip out of my hand. Because I had the knife correct, that's why I didn't get hurt. So do as you see me doing, and be careful and kind of peel a pumpkin. Next, just gonna wash your pumpkin off on the running water. You don't need to add vinegar to this. It's best if you do this part on the fresh running water. Give it a final rinse. Now, dice pumpkin. The finer you can get it, the better it is. This is diced pumpkin fine. And before I forget, I'm making a stew, but you can make chunks out of this. But you would add the pumpkin like near to the end if you want the chunks. But I'm not going to. I want all this pumpkin to break down in the stew. I'm going to cut these finer. I want them fine. I'm going to cut the pumpkin fine. So it's the idea. You want diced, finely diced. You want diced, fine diced pumpkins. Pumpkin. Now it's the shrimps time. These shrimps are the frosts. So I don't have to defrost them. I'm just getting my area prepared. I'm gonna deshell the shrimps. These shrimps, they already removed the head and they gutted it. but I left the shell or the scale. I'm not sure if it's the correct phrase. When doing this part, it's best if you just remove the shrimp's legs and then pop the body out. And then the shell will just, you can just pull out the shell, pull out the shrimp from the shell. Be sure to keep the tail on. All you have to do is just rip off the legs and kind of fold over the shell, revealing the shrimp's flesh, the meat of the flesh, revealing the shrimp's flesh. Then you just use your finger and pull out the shrimp from the shell. That's the idea. After a while, you'll get a hang of it. So go through patiently and deshell these headless shrimps. I don't know if I did, but said it, but I had a little water and a couple drops of white vinegar. If not, I'm gonna add it later. So it's easy. Just do as you see me doing and patiently go through and prepare your shrimps for cooking properly. Prepare your shrimps properly for cooking. If you don't want to do this part, you can buy prepared, deshelled and head removed shrimps. Deshelled and de-head. There's a phrase that I think they use, I can't remember right now. That's the idea. That's what you want to do. I think this is the last one. This is the last one. I'm just ripping the legs off, gripping the shell with my left hand, using my right hand to remove the shrimp from its shell or scale. That's the idea. That's what we want. We're finished. doing this part. We're finished with this part. Now add water to the shrimps in the bowl. Let's give it a final rinse. Best if you do this part on the fresh running water. That's what you want, clean and prepared shrimps. Now put to heat a cooking pan. I'm using a medium-sized saucepan. Put the stove's gauge on 4 medium-low. Be sure the saucepan is dried out. You can do what I'm doing, use a paper towel and clean it, dry clean. Stove's gauge is on 4. Add garlic, the 1 garlic clove and piece ginger to the heating pan. We're going to burn the curry next. This is curry powder. So measure and add 2 tablespoons of curry powder. They say Indian curry is the best, but curry is curry. If you know anything about curry, get good curry. Alright. Now, what I like to do is use a fork and poke it in the garlic, and then use the garlic and rub the curry powder on the pot's bottom, on the hot pot's bottom, on the pot's bottom that's on the heat, on the pot's bottom on the stove, burning the curry. Stove's gauge is on 4 medium low. Now watch this part. You don't want the curry to get dark or black. In these saucepan, it's very easy to burn curry. You can shake the saucepan. Some people don't do it this way. Some people add the oil and then add the curry to the oil. But this is my method. 40 seconds between a minute, thereabout, and the color of the curry kind of got darker. Not black enough. It got darker. Add half between quarter cup. Half of the quarter cup between quarter cup of cooking oil. I use coconut oil to the burning curry in the saucepan, in the hot saucepan. Then kind of stir it in. Kind of slow down the burning of the curry. Now add your shrimps, your prepared shrimps. Stir it in, coating each shrimp evenly. Do as you see me do. Now add half the onion, half the scallion, add all the prepared, all the dried pimento berries. Gather the herbs and add half of the herbs, herbal. Add half salt. So all of our ingredients, add half of the ingredients to your stew. Stir it in a few times. About 10 between 15 seconds later, add your 2 cups of water. Measure and add a tablespoon of distilled white vinegar to the stew. Add your thyme stick. Stir it in. Use the pan's lid. Cover the saucepan properly. No, not yet. Add your diced pumpkin. Use quarter cup between half cup of pumpkin. Stir it in. Use the pan's lid and cover the saucepan properly. Allow. Stove's gauge is on 4, medium-low. Allow. Keep the lid on within the time. Keep the lid on within the time. "20 minutes now." This is what our shrimps pumpkin stew look like. You want the pumpkin to mash out in the curry stew. Oh yes, and the pumpkin is optional. You can do this without the pumpkin. You can just do shrimps. It's the same method. It's the exact same method to do shrimps curry stew. Just don't add pumpkin. This is a method that is best for fish fry. If you want to offer shrimps at your fish fry, this method is a good method. Now add your second half of the vegetables, the ingredients, to your shrimp pumpkin stew, curry stew. Your shrimp pumpkin curry stew. Stir it in a few times. You can remove the thyme stick. It tends to splash and mess the stove up and might burn you. Use the pan's lid, cover it, allow. "30 minutes, and this is what it looks like. It's been 30 minutes. This is what it looks like. This is what you want your stew to have, a nice rich gravy. Can use plenty pumpkin, and the riper the pumpkin is, the better. It makes the stew smooth. And now would be a good time to remove the pepper. And let it stay for like, stove gauge is on 4, medium low. I'm gonna let it stay for like 2 between 5 minutes. After 2 minutes, 35 minutes now. This is what it looks like. You can see that nice bubbling shrimp pumpkin curry stew brewing away. This is how you want your gravy. See, if the pumpkin was really ripe, the stew would have looked much more smoother. This is our, let's take a scoop of this. So like I said, this is a recipe I recommend for fish fry. If you want to serve shrimp and sell it expensive. I should tell it from now. I take a scoop of this shrimp pumpkin curry stew and lay it. I'm having it today with rice. But if you're doing a fish fry, you probably serve it with bami or rice. This is shrimps pumpkin curry stew. Visit JamaicanDinners.com for the recipes. Subscribe, like, share. You should try cooking this meal yourself. Give us feedback. Look how pretty these shrimps are. Time to eat. And remember now, you cannot do this recipe with a pumpkin and just have a curry stew. You can use carrot instead. Alright, so it's very flavorful. The herbs blend nice. I'm not tasting the herbs per se, I'm just tasting the curry. A shrimp flavored curry stew. It's not spicy because I took out the pepper. It has that signature flavor, that shrimp flavor, like ocean. If you ever taste seawater, they kind of have that similar flavor. Like you're at the beach and some water got in your mouth somewhere, somehow. Yeah, I'm not saying you drink it, you just, you're at the beach and you're frolicking and then some water got in your mouth somewhere or the other. That flavor of it. It's juicy. Curry is delicious. Look how juicy this looks. Look how juicy this curried shrimp looks. I want to look near to sweet and sour sauce. It's flavorful. If you want to spruce the flavor up somewhat, you could add like a teaspoon of butter. That would kind of make your gravy more creamy or smooth. And then it would kind of spruce the flavor up somewhat, but it's not necessary because I don't use butter. The shrimp is cooked just right, it's not soft. Until next time, walk good. You can have shrimp, pumpkin, curry stew alone. This is what I was trying to remember. You serve it at a fish fry with crackers if you run out of bami. Lovely with it. This is a lovely meal. I had this leftovers just by itself and the stew was just nice. Yeah man!